Yeah, and I've hit it before, but then I'd kind of drop back down a little bit. But now I was just kind of living there, and I just wake up every day and kind of be at that weight. And they'll obviously, if I can gain more weight, they'll want me to do that. But right now, yeah, I'm feeling real well.
What was that goal number, by the way?
It was 245, but kind of the lowest I ever was here one time was around 225. So I've gained about 20 pounds.
You feel that?
Yeah.
You feel it? You line up on the line of scrimmage?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was getting tossed, snagged around when I first got here. Now I kind of got more legs behind me, can kind of create some contact and movement.
Joe, have any guys tried to make bets with you about your hair, like score against Notre Dame, they get to cut it?
No, not really. They all kind of know it's kind of my thing. And they all like it. The only person that's kind of said something was just kind of heat of the moment thing. Zak Herbstreit was like, "I'll give you $250 right now if you shave it." I didn't, obviously, but yeah, that's the only thing I've kind of gotten.
What would the price be? What's it going to take? Sounds like an NIL deal.
I don't really know, honestly. I'm a big fan. I mean, it's just hair. My hair grows back really fast, so I'm not too worried. Maybe if I get a good price up there, I'll probably end up doing it. But right now, I'm hanging on to it.
Could this turn into your like James Harden growing out the beard? Instead, it's the hair, and it just gets bigger and bigger as your career goes on?
I don't like to get it too big. It's kind of good length right now. When I start really growing out, it starts to like dread up in the back. I'm not really a fan of that, so I just kind of like to keep it kind of what it is now. But yeah, it's kind of my trademark thing. So.
Compare yours to Stover's. Is that some kind of mohawk? What's going on?
Yeah, he gets his dad actually cuts. His dad's his barber, and he's been having that haircut since he was a kid. So that's his thing as well. I got my thing, and we both like it.
A lot of times when you look at a tight end, the areas of emphasis come in route running and stuff like that. But you talked a lot about your weight. How important is it to meet that weight, to get bigger, smaller, depending on what Coach Wilson deems necessary?
Yeah, it's really important because I kind of mentioned it earlier. You got to be able to block here, and you can be really strong and still kind of light, but the more weight you have, the more kind of momentum and like force you can make coming off the ball. So like there's really strong guys who are lighter in weight, but they can't really make too much movement because they're just like strong through here. But then there's heavier guys who maybe aren't as strong like his bench or something like that, but they can kind of create more movement just because they weigh more. So yeah, weighing more definitely helps and is important.
Back in the spring, go ahead.
I haven't spent a second in Ohio State football pads, so I'm going off assumption here. Is that first meeting of, hey, we want you to move up from this weight to this weight or move down from this weight to this weight, does that give you any indicator on you're going to be a block-heavy tight end or a route-running tight end?
Not really, no. They just kind of look at it at each guy and what they think he'll play best at, because throughout years here, we have really good sports science teams, and they'll see like how we move, how fast we're running, how much we're lifting at a certain weight, and like compare it to other weights, and they'll try to decide which weight they think will suit us best. So they just kind of go off each guy.
Back in the spring, CJ was asked who the most underrated player is in the offense, and he said you. What kind of motivation is that for you to be a guy that maybe is overlooked right now, trying to make a name for yourself, and to have a quarterback who was very talented?
Last question for Joe there.
Yeah, obviously it kind of meant a lot to me. CJ Stroud, a really talented guy, Heisman guy. For him to say that, it kind of opened my eyes, and I was like, yeah, I guess I am doing pretty well. And I don't mind really being underlooked. It was just spring ball. It's not really like it was the season or anything. But, yeah, it definitely motivated me, and I wanted to kind of stay on that track and hopefully show all you guys and the fans when the season would come.